First time this season we get to catch up with the head coach of the Trojans, Jody Martinez, before the first game of the year tonight here against Asbury. The Trojans get to open up at home after last year spending the early part of the season on the road. But Jody, you're here in your second year at Taylor. What's it been like going through your second year of practice with the girls?
I think there's the expectation on both ends of returners and myself to how to practice well, how to have great enthusiasm, unity, timing, just working on the little things at a higher level of intensity. And so I just think the common ground of, the first year being under our belt and moving forward is bringing a great excitement. And then, of course, you got to blend. You got to blend the 4 new players with the returners. And I feel like the last 2 weeks the newcomers have started catching on what work ethic means and how to compete at this high level.
You lost 3 seniors from a year ago. 2 of them were starters. Josie and Cassidy both scored over 1,000 points in their career. Cassidy finished as one of the top 10 scorers in program history. How do you feel those 3 voids, but particularly the ones that Cassidy and Josie left in your starting lineup?
Well, that's difficult just because of the way they played and their uniqueness on both ends of the court. And so whenever you try to replace legends like those 2, you almost have to change the way you play, and it's hard to find clones that play the way Cassidy and Josie, kind of similar to what we're going to do with our senior class this year, how we replace them next year, So I think you just make sure you preach confidence to the individuals that are replacing them. We had, early in this season, preseason here, we've had a couple individuals that stepped up really well quickly, and unfortunately they both got hurt. And so, we got 2 different people starting tonight, tomorrow, and we'll make the adjustment. But I feel like Becca Brooks has definitely earned the job to replace Cassidy. The toss-up is Josie right now.
Let's talk about your senior class. Kendall, Aubrey, and Lacey, they've played, I believe, in every game that they've been here in their entire careers, and Aubrey. Obviously, Kendall's the headliner of that group, and teams are going to try to triple team her, and they might even throw sometimes all 5 players defensively to try to slow her down. How have the other 2 in Aubrey and Lacey picked up the slack and maybe try to help out Kendall a little bit out there on the floor, both offensively and defensively?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we're starting all 3 seniors tonight, tomorrow. Just due to the injuries, I figure those 3 have played together. They've been through a lot in their 4 years. Give them opportunity the first home games. Just put them together. And so we're doing that. And Lacey and Aubrey, great defenders, great in transition, and they know how to find Kendall. And that's been work. That's what happens when you work together. So teams are going to double, triple team Kendall. Everyone knows that we remind Kendall how to handle it. But the way our offense is structured, that's kind of sometimes difficult to time your double team, triple team. And I feel hopefully this year we can execute that quicker on finding the gaps. And I think with Lacey and Aubrey in the lineup, they can lead Kendall to a bucket instead of Kendall trying to catch the ball, make a move, and then that gives defense enough time to key on her. But with Kendall working on her 3-point shooting and her transition shooting and her transition moves, it's going to be tough for teams to consistently stop her every day.
You mentioned the 4 newcomers and your 3 freshmen, and then Madison Fisher, your transfer. But also you kind of get a new player back as well in Sydney Huffman. She only played 6 games for you before tearing her ACL. So let's group them together as a group of 5. Yeah. How are they doing, both Sydney working back into the role of practicing and playing with the team, and your 4 newcomers getting adjusted to the college game?
Yeah, to summarize all of them, consistency is what they're battling right now in terms of consistent play on both ends. The veteran Sid, she has moments of greatness and looks like herself, and then there's moments where if she stands too long in practice or she subs out, then that knee tightens up, and now she's slow and methodical and frustrated. And so we have the roller coaster of Sid right now, which is typical for people who recover from ACL injuries. It's hard to come back to where you mentally think you can. And so she's a work in progress, but we're excited that she's back and doing her best. And then the 3 freshmen, that's a big learning curve. Kayla's a post player. Then you got Meredith, who's a shooter, and then Mariah, who's a wing. So different positions, and they're playing behind great veterans. So they knew coming in through the recruiting process, they know as of today they have a lot to learn, and they know what their role is off the bench. And then Madison has one college year of experience transferring in. Madison, she knows that she's also playing behind veterans. So she's got to get stronger. But all of them have great attitudes, and they've made us better in practice. I mean, they're competitive, and that's what we need every day from them.
You get Asbury tonight, you get Madonna tomorrow. What's the biggest thing you want your team? Obviously, winning is important, and that would be the big goal over both these first two games. What's the big thing you want your team to take away both tonight and tomorrow?
Well, the three things we've talked about, this week is one, competing every day on and off the court, and then just really your effort, and then just control what you can control. I think they're excited. I thought last Saturday at St. Xavier having the jamboree was a very good indicator of what mistakes we make and how to correct them. But just the effort was amazing to play three scrimmages and come out the way we did on a positive note. I just think they're ready to play different people, and it's tough when you try to run practice, call out a play, and they know it. So now so what we've been doing is kind of secretly huddle them up. So, all right, run this play, and then defense run this, so they don't know what we're doing. And so I think when we come out tonight against Asbury, who's a spread out, shoots the three, kind of wants to play the way we do, and then you have Madonna, who's more physical, scrappy, crashes, board, more just different styles. And so that'll be a good test for us as we open up this year at home.
Well, Jody, I think it's an understatement to say last year was a ton of fun, and we hope year two is just as much fun, if not more. Good luck tonight against Asbury.
Well, thanks, Rick. I hope this year is just as fun, if not better.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with two campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at taylorcampusstore.com. Good evening and welcome here to Turner Stadium to Odell Arena here on the campus of Taylor University for tonight's season opener for the 19th ranked Taylor University women's basketball team. Let's now join our public address announcer Tanner Huber for tonight's starting lineups.
Integrity, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership to create a positive environment throughout tonight's contest. And now for tonight's starting lineups, first for the visitors from Asbury. And over for a sophomore from Tompkinsville, Kentucky, number 3, Kelsey Johnson. At guard, 5'7" sophomore from Calvary, Kentucky, number 11, Sarah King. At guard, 5'6" junior from North Lawrence, Ohio, number 13, Matthew Coons. At 4, a 5'10" freshman from Bowling Green, Kentucky, number 25, Sarah Dennison. And at 4, a 5'10" senior from Nicholasville, Kentucky, number 40, Ashley Rose. The Eagles are coached by Chad Mays. He's assisted by Chris Gordon. And now fans, get on your feet for the starting lineup here for Taylor Trojans. At guard, 5'7" sophomore from Seymour, Indiana, number 10, Lauren G. At guard, a 5'7" senior from Columbia City, Indiana, number 14, Aubrey Wright. At guard, a 5'7" senior from Crawfordsville, Indiana, number 22, Lacey Gearman. At forward, a 5'11" senior from Highlands Ridge, Colorado, number 32, Kendall Bradbury. And finally, at guard, a 5'11" junior from Angola, Indiana, number 44, Becca Books. Your Trojans are coached by Jody Martinez. He's assisted by Natalia and Cassidy Wise. Taylor's honorary coach for tonight's match is TU Hall of Famer Ted Wright.
So that's right, the Hall of Famer Ted Wright himself, tonight's honorary coach for the Taylor women's basketball team. Ted was Taylor men's basketball's first 1,000-point scorer. He also had the program record for most points in a game with 37 back during the early 50s. He played for Don Odell, and the year he was inducted into the Hall of Fame was the year that Aubrey was born, back in 1996. Asbury led by first-year head coach Chad Mays. The Trojans led by second-year head man Jody Martinez. He is in his 19th season overall after spending 16 seasons at Bethel, 1 year at Southeastern, and now 2 here at Taylor. Dennison and Bradbury to jump, and the 2018-19 season is underway with Asbury winning the tip, but Lacey Garrett will steal it right away from Sarah King. Trying to work it up the floor to Lauren James. It's tapped away, and the two teams trade turnovers. 11 seconds in here to the opening quarter. Asbury goes from right to left. King a spin, and she'll glass it home with the right hand. And Asbury takes an early 2-0 lead on the second possession of the game. Books wants to answer with a 3 right wing, and she does. That one slicing right through the middle of the cup. Becca Books, as you heard in our pregame conversation with head coach Jody Martinez, she will fill the role that was vacated by the graduation of now assistant coach Cassidy Wise. King drives right around the Taylor D, and she has the first 4 points for Asbury. She floats that one in with a right hand from the left side of the lane. 4-3 the Asbury lead to start. Taylor goes from right to left. Bradbury straight on, and the All-American and the preseason player of the year of the Crossroads League cans a triple from straight on. So the two teams 2 of 2 from the floor to start. Taylor with a 2-point advantage as both of their field goals have come from 3-point distance. A fake and a drive from Johnson, a right-hand floater over traffic, skips off the back of the rim, tapped away, and that's an off-ball foul called against Asbury, the first one of the night against either side. Now to go against Sarah Dennison, her first. Taylor broke the school record. That counts for both men's and women's basketball for made 3-point baskets a year ago, and they've come out firing on all cylinders, hitting their first 2 trifecta tries. Number 19, Taylor with an early 6-4 lead, just over a minute gone here in quarter number 1. The Trojans go from right to left. B-Books floats it into Kendall Bradbury. Her right-hand shot was thrown off the bottom of the rim. Then Taylor's fans look for a foul across from us. Bethany Coons being pestered by Wright near the timeline. The pass almost intercepted as they try to find King again. She has their first 4 points. She airballs this one from the right wing, and it's pulled off the parquet floor by Lacey Garrett. The Strawberry Blonde senior up the floor. Here's Wright over to Lauren James for a 3. That's way off target right. And the first miss from the floor. Both teams hit their first 2 field goal tries, and then they miss on their third shots from the floor. Still a 6-4 Taylor lead, just almost 2 minutes in to our first quarter. Now the Trojans apply pressure in the backcourt against Asbury as Dennison will bring it from the backcourt. She'll float it across the timeline to Sarah King. She has all 4 of Asbury's points. Left wing pass to Kelsey Johnson. A right-hand bounce, man-to-man defense run by Taylor. Up top, this is Coons, guarded by Garrett. She'll get away with a shove with the left arm. Taylor screams for a foul that won't come. Dennison gives off top of the key, shoulder shake from Coons with 6, with 5, a float over, Books off the high glass is good, and our game is knotted at 6 as Coons threw that one in off the high glass above the square. James trying to go in transition, ball knocked away by Dennison. She gives it down to Bradbury, who's fouled by Coons. First one on Coons, second one against Asbury here in the first quarter. And that'll send Bradbury to the line for 2. The preseason player of the year. First team All-American a year ago, all Crossroads League all 3 years, a 3-time All-American. She has a 3-point shot tonight, and she cans her first free throw. Mom in the stands to our right, Dad back home watching in Colorado. She gives Taylor the lead back. And Kendall will miss the second one, rattling in and out as Wright tried to poke it away. She was knocked down to the floor, and Asbury has a chance with numbers going the other way. Spinning, and there's a Bradbury block from up top as Johnson tried to lay it in. Garrett up the floor to the sprinting Becca Books, who goes in through contact. It's a shot is missed hard off the glass as the Taylor fans across from us continue to give the referees an earful. 2-on-1, Johnson up the floor to the out-racing Rose, who puts it in with the right hand, and Asbury back in front by 1, 8-7. Eagles start 4 of 5 from the floor. Taylor just 2 of 5 from the field. Just a 1-point deficit as Taylor has cashed in on their only 2 3-point tries tonight, and an off-ball foul against Bethany Coons, who is perplexed, looking for relief on the near sideline, having a conversation with head coach Chad Mays. That's the second one on Coons, third one against Asbury, and Coons will have to exit. Coons, the junior from North Lawrence, Ohio, still upset as she takes a seat on the bench down below us. Autumn Hereford will come in to replace her. Hereford, a 5'10 sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky. 7:06 remaining in the first quarter. And Coons still upset down on the bench down below us, talking things over with an assistant coach. Mid-post pass right. It's deflected to James, whose rainbow three from the left side is long. And James starts 0 for 2 from 3-point distance. It's still a 1-point Asbury lead. They move from left to right in gray. Taylor in the man-to-man defense, and White catch and shoot three from straight on by Hereford, halfway in and out. And there's another rebound for Lacey Garrett. So race up the floor, weaving, got into the paint, stops, out to James, up top. Bradbury wants her second three. That one off the right side of the glass and nothing else. After Taylor at their first 2 3-point tries, they're now 0 of 3 from behind the arc. Rose up top to Hereford, now between the circles to King. Far sideline to Dennison, bouncing down low. Weak side pressure comes in from Wright, and they get Aubrey for the foul, and that will send the Taylor students still screaming across from us. They have not been happy with any foul and the missed fouls that they have deemed worthy against anyone in white here this evening. First sub comes in for the Trojans is the freshman sharpshooter Meredith Deckard. She replaced Lacey Garrett. Ashley Rose out for Asbury. She's replaced by Lataya Wynn. Taylor in the home white jerseys, purple letters, gold numbers trimmed in purple. Asbury, as we mentioned, in the road gray with white numbers and letters. Hereford, left side wing up top to the newcomer Wynn. She'll pull up from 19 feet just inside the arc. That's long. 4 white jerseys are there. It's tapped to the baseline, and there's an off-ball foul called against Asbury. That's their fourth, and the second one against Sarah Dennison. So Dennison with 2, Coons with 2. Now they'll both be down on the bench as Dennison will exit, and Sarah Wood comes in to replace her. Taylor just 2 of 7 to start from the floor, both of their field goals from behind the arc. Asbury shooting much better. They're at 50%, 4 of 8. They're 0 of 1 from behind the arc. Garrett will run the point. She'll be guarded by Wynn up top. Got to the left side circle. Did Garrett. Trying to give it off to Bradbury and does high right side. She'll fake a 3. Drive down the lane. One hand whip to the corner and book. She'll pass open 3. Here's Deckard from distance. And Meredith Deckard cans her first collegiate shot. And the sharpshooter from Martinsville is 1 for 1 from distance. And Taylor back in front 10-8. She can shoot the ball beautifully. And then Hereford steps on the far sideline. Not going to lie, Deckard said she was a little nervous. She comes out and calmly drains a trifecta from the high left side. This girl can shoot, and she can fill it up quick. And not a bad way to start your college career, making your first 3. She's also got plenty of range on that shot as well. Garrett gives it to Deckard again. She wants to go 2 for 2, and that one was halfway in and out. To a 10-8 Taylor lead as we approach halfway home here in the first quarter. Johnson almost got behind the D. Taylor able to collapse as she weaves on the top of the key. Trying to turn down the right side of the lane. B-Books cuts her off. Outside to Hereford. She'll try to take right to the cup. Stops, goes up and in. Taylor looking for a travel. That one dances off the rim, and it's rebounded by Kendall Bradbury. The All-American will run the point up the middle, and she'll flip it off to Lacey Garrett. Left side circle. B-Books heaves a 3 and hits it, and that one goes in off the back of the rim. 6 points for Becca Books, all from distance, and Taylor takes their largest lead of the night, up 13-8. Slowly working it up as King. She scored the first 4 points for Asbury tonight. Contested 3 try from Johnson. That's off the near side of the rim long. And it'll go off the backboard and back to Taylor. And for the first time in 11 months, Sydney Huffman will enter a game for the Trojans. She's joined by her junior classmate, Haley Stratman, who replaces Aubrey Wright. Nave Wynn comes in for Asbury. So Nave Wynn along with sister Lataya, both out of Lexington, both transferred from Mount St. Joseph University. 4:47 to go here in quarter number 1. Taylor going from right to left. They lead 13-8 on back-to-back threes First by Deckard and then B. Books. Right block, Bradbury, she'll storm away and miss the shot, trying to get her on rebound. It's pulled off the floor by King. B. Books will guard her on the near sideline as Asbury goes from left to right in gray. A stop and pop from 15. Nope. Hits the floor, rebounded by Stratman. Taylor with just 2 starters on the floor in B. Books and Kendall Bradbury. Huffman down low to Deckard. From Deckard down low to Stratman, who got undercut by one of the Wynn sisters.
Eagle foul, number 20, Latia Wynn.
And that goes on Latia Wynn, her first and the 5th one against Asbury. And Taylor will be shooting free throws for the final 4 minutes and 20 seconds of our opening quarter. So a 5-point lead for TU, 13-8, 4:20 remaining here in quarter number 1. Stratman to the line for 2. The junior out of New Palestine, Indiana. First one, perfect. So she goes 1 for 2 from the line. A 14-8 Taylor lead. Right side wing, from the top of the key is Wood. Her long 2 is good as Bradbury gave her space. First field goal for Sarah Wood, and that's the first field goal in a long while for Asbury. They trail 14-10. Less than 4 to go in quarter number 1. Near sideline to Sydney Huffman. Mid-post left to Kendall Bradbury. She turns. Her right-hand shot was strong, and it's pulled on the weak side there by Nave Wynn. Up the floor to Hereford. Too far for it. Goes out of bounds. Another turnover here against Asbury, their 3rd of the opening quarter. So Kiara Nieto comes in to give Kendall Bradbury a breather. And that leaves Becca Books as the only starter on the floor right now for the Trojans. She's out there with Stratman, Huffman, Nieto, and Deckard. 3 juniors, a freshman, and the sophomore Nieto. B. Books, 2 of 2 from distance to the near sideline, and here's Sydney Huffman. A right-hand dribble trying to turn down the lane, out to Deckard for another 3. That one long off the back iron, but there's B. Books for the rebound. Deeper this time from Deckard, and that one's good. Deckard, 2 3-point tries, 6 first-quarter points in her first collegiate game, and Taylor goes back in front by 7. Far sideline, Latia Wynn, her answering 3 is long, and there's another rebound for B. Books. Off to Huffman, the point guard, her first game in 11 months after tearing that ACL in practice. A high pass from Deckard to Nieto, tipped and intercepted by Hereford. She'll jog up the middle of the floor as Stratman waits for her on the right side wing. Hereford gets in, galloping in, her right-hand scoop shot. Will they give her the continuation? They will. As Hereford went galloping in from the right side circle. Her first field goal, that's the first foul against Taylor. And that's the first one against Haley Stratman. They get the second one against Taylor. And Madison Fisher comes in for the first time for Taylor. She replaces Becca Books. And Taylor with all reserves right on the floor right now. Hereford, a 5'10 sophomore, as we mentioned, from Lexington, has got tape on that right wrist. First free throw is up, and that one in and out, no good. She tracks her on rebound and gets it, fighting Fisher for it, and then Madison got her hands caught in there. And that'll be a foul against Fisher, the 3rd one against Taylor here in quarter 1. And there'll be 2 more shots upcoming for Hereford. Actually, they're going to put it on Huffman instead of Fisher. First one from Hereford, good this time. 3 points for her here in the opening quarter. No subs at the scorers table, so we will continue to play with the 10 we have on the floor right now. 2:57 to go in quarter number 1. Shooting at a premium here, both teams shooting right at about 40%. Hereford makes the second, she's got 4 points. And that draws Asbury to within 3, down 17-14 in our first quarter. Taylor going from right to left in white. Asbury defends man-to-man in gray. King pressuring Fisher. And then Wynn will guard Huffman up top. A right-hand dribble. She accelerates, and she'll draw the reach-in foul on Latia Wynn. 2 free throws upcoming here for Sydney Huffman. She played in just 6 games a year ago before tearing that ACL in her right knee in practice. Taylor is led by as many as 7 tonight. Asbury on a 4-0 run, and Huffman cans the first free throw for her first points of the season. Rachel Lopez comes in for Asbury. She replaces Latia Wynn. Back to a 4-point Taylor lead, trying to make it 5 is Huffman, and she knocks down both free throws. So Taylor starts 4 of 6 from the free throw line tonight, and they're back in front by 5, 19-14. Hereford a shoulder shake, and she traveled with it on the high left side. Fourth turnover of the opening quarter for Asbury. Taylor with 2. 2:32 and counting here in quarter number 1. Taylor with a 5-point lead, 19-14. They have led by as many as 7 here in the opening quarter in front of a great student crowd here tonight for the season home opener. Deckard right sideline being defended by Nave Wynn. Huffman gives it back to Deckard. She'll fake and drive around Hereford. She draws 3 defenders, lost the ball loose. Nieto comes sliding in, and they'll get Kiara for the foul as she took Rachel Lopez down to the court. First one on Nieto, fourth one against Taylor. And we'll get to see the second freshman come in tonight for Taylor. It's Kayla Kirtley. She replaces Stratman. And Deckard exits, and Aubrey Wright comes back in for Taylor. 2:19 to go in quarter number 1. Number 19, Taylor leads Asbury 19-14. 5 fouls on the Eagles, 4 against Taylor here in quarter number 1. Taylor shooting just 36% from the field, Asbury at an even 40. King drives, pulls up from 5, in and out, no good, rebounded by Kirtley. King made the first 4 points for Asbury. She's been ice cold ever since. Wright trails, left side high to Fisher. And Wright pulls that pass out of traffic to the corner in the 6-foot Kirtley. Right side high, Huffman, she drives, runs her defender into a Stratman screen. Long pass that Fisher hauls in with those long arms. 1:50 to go here in quarter number 1. Turnover, ball bounced to the backcourt where Huffman will gather it. 7 to shoot, left sideline to Wright, steps in, and they get Aubrey for the travel before she collided with Hereford. And Taylor's looking, the fans across from us looking for the block. The coaching staff much more calm down below us, but that is the right call. Aubrey moved those feet before she came in and collided with Hereford. Ashley Rose comes in for Asbury. She replaces Sarah Wood. 1:43 remaining here in the opening quarter. Kelsey Johnson returns for Asbury. She also will replace Sarah King. Five-point advantage for Taylor. Almost 95 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Left side, catch and shoot 3. Lopez, an air ball, and that one goes off of Fisher's knee and goes out of bounds. Asbury 0 of 4 from behind the arc. Taylor shooting at 50% from deep. They're 5 of 10. But a missed rebound there from Fisher gives Asbury another crack at the basket with 18 to shoot. Then Nieto will slap this ball away, intended for Rose. Off to Wright, heaves it far sideline to Huffman, sets those feet, finds the trailing Fisher for a 3, and that one's canned. The 6th three-point shot made by the Trojans here in quarter 1, and Taylor takes their largest lead of the night, up 22-14. 1:10 to go here in the opening quarter. Hereford drives, glassing it in again, and she just continues to weave through defenses here by the Trojans. The second and 1 opportunity here for Autumn Hereford here in our opening quarter. That's the 5th one against Taylor, each team in the penalty. And the guilty party is whom? Kayla Kirtley, the freshman. Hereford 2 for 3 from the line. Missed her first one and now misses her 4th try. She's now 2 of 4. Rebounded by Aubrey Wright. Taylor going from right to left in white. 64 seconds to go in quarter 1. Huffman fakes a 3, drives right around a defender. Here's Fisher trying to go 2 from 2. Can't hit the left side. Kirtley had it knocked away. Tapped to the near side, but not able to get her hand on it cleanly was Nave Wynn. And it's deflected out into her own bench. Taylor will get a fresh shot clock on the near side inbounds play. 55 and 4/10 of a second. Nieto will get it in. She's out there with Huffman, Wright, Kirtley, and Fisher. Wright, the only Taylor starter out there. Huffman gets it near side, defended by Nave Wynn. A driving kick. Aubrey Wright wants a 3. That one long off the back iron. Hits the floor and rebounded by Kelsey Johnson. First free three-point try from Aubrey Wright tonight. 6-point advantage for Taylor. Hereford has 6 of those points. Shakes away from Nieto, leans in, and she'll glass this one in again. And another opportunity for Hereford for an and 1. No, they'll call the charge on Hereford. A late call from our referee under the basket, and that draws a rousing ovation from the Taylor students across from us. And Hereford, who's come off the bench here, she has been slicing and weaving and snaking through the Taylor D. 37 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Taylor up 22-16. Huffman will walk it up. Nave Wynn waits for her near the timeline, and then Huffman comes across. Hyman will screen by Nieto. Huffman accelerating, stop and pop from 10. That one's short. Nieto gets the offensive rebound. She's being hassled down low. Up top to Huffman for a 3. Got it from straight on. Huffman hasn't played in 11 months and buries her first 3 of the night. And Taylor takes a game-high 9-point lead at 25-16. Hereford shakes, step back 3, short off of Kirtley's hip, and that one goes out of bounds. Second time tonight that Taylor has had an opportunity to get a rebound off a long shot from Asbury, and this one goes out of bounds. 6 1/10 of the second remaining. Asbury can hold for the final shot in quarter one, down 9. Hereford will get it in, baseline right. Still finds it into the near corner of Nave Wynn. Mid-post right, Johnson. She's tied up from the backside, and that's a Madison Fisher tie-up. And the jump ball will give it back to Taylor with 3.3 seconds to go in the first. Trojans going from right to left in white. Nieto into right with 2, with 1. Gets it off just before the buzzer, and it was blocked. And that will send us to the end of the first quarter. Through 1, Taylor leads 25-16 over Asbury here in the season and home opener here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
Second quarter about to begin here from Odell Arena. Lacey Garrett, Becca Books, Aubrey Wright, Lauren James, and Kendall Bradbury back in for the Trojans. That's the starting 5 for TU. Hereford gets the start. She's out there with Kelsey Johnson trying to weave around the Hereford screen. Got away with the carry. High right side to Lopez. Her bank shot 3 off the low part of the glass and missed. Rebounded by Kendall Bradbury. Up the floor. Garrett finds Becca Books. She thought about a step back 3 and then dishes it off to Wright. Trapped, lost it, gets it into the hands of Lacey Garrett. She'll attack with a left hand, left side high. James looking for that first 3, and there it is, clean, right through the middle. Lauren James gets Taylor's 8th 3. They've made everything they've taken from three-point distance. They've missed all 5 of their 2-point tries. Johnson cannot answer with a 3 on the other end. Bradbury skies and hauls it in. James running left side against Hereford. Little Euro step that Hereford blocks on the baseline. And here comes Asbury running the other way with King. A 2-on-2, floating right side. Lopez passes up an open 3 after airballing on her last time. She goes in. Her shot is blocked. Johnson gets it on the baseline. Out for a 2-footer from King that she rolls in from the baseline left. First bucket for King after she scored the first 4 of the evening. For Asbury, and Hereford fouls the Trojan on the near sideline as she slipped. Second on Hereford.
That's her second personal, the team's first.
She led them in scoring in that first quarter. The Trojans led by B. Books and Meredith Deckard with 6. Hereford out. She's been the offense since coming in off the bench in the first quarter. And Wynn comes back in. This is Lataya Wynn. She and Nave. Nope, to make that Nave Wynn, excuse me. Garrett. High right side, James trying to create off the dribble. It's taken right away by King. Another turnover by the Trojans. That is their 5th of the night. Give and go, down low, Johnson underneath, and she lays it in off the glass right side. First points for Asbury here in the second quarter. They trail by 8, 28-20. 90 seconds into our second quarter. Garrett between the circles. Gives it into Bradbury, cutting off in the paint. Out to a wide open B. Books, left side high 3. She's fouled on the follow through. James skies in to get the rebound. Here's right out to an open Kendall Bradbury, and she buries it from the right side circle. 7 for the All-American Kendall Bradbury on her second trifecta of the night. And Taylor takes an 11-point lead, wins air ball and everything missing on the right wing. Right off the floor, James, 2-on-none, goes right and over Wynn with a right hand, missing it. And Nave Wynn fouled her on the take, who closed ground beautifully when it looked like James could go in uncontested from the right side. First one against Wynn, second one against Asbury here in the second quarter. And here's James to the line, one of the biggest gym rats you'll meet on the Taylor roster. And she swishes the first one. After going scoreless and 0 for 2 from 3 in the first quarter, she's made her only 3 here in the second, and she has 4 points. Taylor 8 of 15 from 3 there, 0 of 6 from inside the arc as James knocks down the second freebie. She's got 5 all here in the second quarter, and Taylor takes a game-high 33-20 lead at 13 points. Nave Wynn near sideline, guarded by B-Books. Bradbury switches to her on a screen. Wynn, a one-hand pass that Books stepped in front of, still loose. Bradbury will pick it off the parquet floor, bounce it over to Becca Books. In traffic, they get it to Garrett. She'll spin away from King, and she'll bring it up from the backcourt. King across the center jump circle to right in transition. Mid-post left, Bradbury turnaround 5-footer, and she's fouled on the arm by Rose, and Kendall will go to the line for a pair.
Equal foul on number 40, Ashley Rose.
Third foul against Asbury here in the second quarter. They have more fouls in the quarter than minutes played. And here's Bradbury to the line for a deuce. 1 of 2 from the line tonight, and that one rattled in off the back of the rim. 8 for Kendall Bradbury. She came in less than 135 points from breaking the all-time scoring mark. 130 points is sometimes a slow week for her. She makes both. She's got 5 here in the quarter, 9 for the game to lead everybody. And Taylor has a game-high lead of 15 at 35-20. Hand off to King, flipping outside to Lopez, guarded by James in the man-to-man for Asbury. Johnson switching his Bradbury. Asbury attacking the basket to our right. Rose, the post player, guarded by the guard in right. And Garrett Wright came to help. Johnson fakes a 3. Wright taps it away from behind, and it goes out of bounds. Asbury will inbound it from the baseline right with 7 to shoot. And 7:07 remaining here in our quarter. King will get it in, floating it into Rose. Bradbury taps it away and puts it into those hands. Another turnover against Asbury, their 9th. Books to the corner. James open 3 ball, right side from the corner pocket. Second triple for Lauren James in her first start of the year. And that forces an Asbury timeout as Taylor has opened up an 18-point advantage. A full timeout here for Asbury as Taylor leads 38-20. Here was 6:55 to go before halftime on the Trojan Sports Network.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
First timeout used by either team here tonight. Taylor on a good gallop right now. They're on a 10-0 burst after having their lead trimmed down to 28-20. They've scored 10 unanswered, the last 3 coming from a Lauren James 3. Taylor will apply pressure in the backcourt as King will walk it up. Garrett right there in her grill. King trying to spin away, a right-hand dribble, and she gets called for a carry in the backcourt. Another turnover here against Asbury. That's their 10th one here of the opening half. Taylor with just 5. Again, the Trojans have yet to hit a 2-point shot here tonight. They're 10 of 18 from 3-point range, 0 of 6 from inside the arc. Garrett to right, left side high, into the corner to B. Books. Baseline drive into traffic, pass to Bradbury. Up top to right, denied a 3 from Johnson. Bradbury open 3, and that one short near side, and it's pulled off the floor by Ashley Rose. In the backcourt, and then Bradbury gets hit in the mouth by Rose, it looked like. I turned away. And Rose puts her hands in the air. Bradbury, a tough kid. That's the fourth one against Asbury, second one against Asbury, or second one against Rose. And 3 subs will come in here for the Eagles. Coons, Dennison, and Hereford. 6:33 to go in the second quarter. Lopez, Nave win, and Rose exit for Asbury. The Trojans have their 5 starters out there: James, Bradbury, B. Books, Lacey, Garrett, and Wright. Baseline left up top to B. Books. To Garrett, wide open, Bradbury down low, and she lays it in after a little whip pass there from her good friend, Lacey Garrett. 20-point Taylor lead, 40-20. Hereford's 3 off target left, and Garrett hauls in another rebound. 0 of 9 is Asbury from 3-point distance. Wright once again on the action from 3, and does from the left side arc. Grandpa Ted, the honorary coach for the Trojans, the Hall of Famer, will like that one. And Taylor opens up a game-high 23-point lead. They're up 43-20. All of their field goals have been from long range. King from free throw line extended long. Bradbury fighting for it down low. It's loose on the floor. Wright gets it, trying to fight away from trouble, and finds Bradbury near sideline. Now Taylor off to the races. Bradbury with a 3-on-1. Here's Books, left sideline for 3, and everything going in from distance tonight for the Taylor Trojans. Their 11th 3-point basket, and Taylor leads 46-20 on Books' 3rd triple of the night. Not even halfway gone here in the second quarter. Screen and roll. There's Wright, got those fingertips on it, and it's poked away.
In for your Trojans, number 40, Abby Books.
Taylor has outscored Asbury 21-4 here in the second quarter so far. Abby Books comes in for the first time. She replaces Lauren James. Bradbury smothers a shot from Johnson, but Asbury gets it back. Near sideline is Coons, up top to Hereford. She'll heave a 3 from the shoulder and miss it short. Garrett there for the rebound. Hereford 0 for 3. Garrett galloping, Wright trailing. She wants another 3. That one long off the back iron, but B. Books tracks it. It's loose on the floor. Her twin sister Abby falls on it. It's a tie-up, and it'll stay here with Taylor.
Possession to the Trojans.
They have Taylor down for a 2-point shot on the live stats, but I do not remember that, to be honest with you. Time stops as our officiating crew huddles up. It's a 46-20 Taylor advantage. They've outscored Asbury 21-4 here in the second quarter. Wright will get it in baseline left. Taylor attacking the basket to our left. Little dump down to Bradbury, who's fouled from behind by Johnson. Her first and the 5th one against the Asbury Eagles. And that puts Asbury back in the penalties. Second time that's happened here in as many quarters. Bradbury to shoot 2. And she makes the first. Kendall now 4 of 5 from the line tonight. And the Trojans right now on a 20-0 run. They had their lead cut down to 8 at 28-20. And Bradbury with a game-high 11. Taylor on a 20-0 run right now, trying to change that from the top of the key. That one long from distance, and Bradbury gets it on the miss from 3 by Bethany Coons. Asbury still over from 3-point range. Taylor 12 of 22. Books to Books, Abby to Beck in the corner, and that one a little bit long, and the baseline will be saved in by Coons. Floating up, intercepted by Garrett. Taylor reattacks. Near sideline right as Bradbury trails. She's wide open from the top of the key, and that one was short. Hits the floor near side and rebounded by Lacey Garrett. Kendall now 2 of 5 from distance. 4:22 to go in quarter number 2. A skip to right to the near side. Here's Abby Books, her first shot of the season. Long, and Becca Books trying to fight for it. As she and Coons were fighting for the same real estate, they call Becca for the foul. That's her first, and the first one against Taylor here in our second quarter. A 23-4 scoring burst right now for the Trojans. They've outscored Asbury over the last 2 minutes 20-0. Johnson to the top, down the right side of the lane, on right, off balance. Shot might have been blocked by Aubrey, and it stays here with Asbury. 4:02 to go second quarter. Bradbury with 13. B. Books with 12. Driving is Johnson. Her shot long. Another rebound for Kendall Bradbury. She'll start the break. 2-on-2 for the Trojans. She'll hit the brakes hard and find the trailing Garrett on the right sideline. Back to Bradbury. Skipping to B. Books. She'll want another three, and that one just short off the near side rim. Weak side rebound by Bethany Coons. Just the second miss from three-point distance by Becca Books here tonight. King guarded by Wright on the near sideline. Left-hand dribble, got her to the free throw line, into the paint, lost the dribble, got it back. Pass was tipped and intercepted by Bradbury. Here's Becca Books outrunning everybody for a left-hand layup. 14 for Becca Books, and Taylor leads 50-20, their biggest lead of the night. They're on a 22-0 run right now as Coons will throw this one out of bounds. 14th turnover for Asbury here in the first half. Mariah Plunkett, the freshman, gets her first time on the floor this year. Deckard back in as well for TU, and Sydney Huffman back in for the Trojans. That leaves Abby Books and Kendall Bradbury, the elder stateswoman, on the floor right now. 3:10 to go in quarter number 2. Taylor up by 30. 2-3 zone here by Asbury. Taylor's been on fire from three-point distance at 46%. Plunkett, a bounce pass left side to the baseline and A. Books. Here's Deckard, open right sideline three, and that one's good again for the freshman sharpshooter. 3 threes for Deckard. She's 3 of 5 from long range. And the threes keep falling for the Trojans. They're up 53-20. Asbury has not scored in over 8 minutes, it feels like, and that'll change right there on a spinning shot put flip from Sarah Dennison. Taylor had been on a 25-0 run to go up from 28-20 to 53-20. Quick passing by the Trojans, mid-post right, Bradbury, one-hand heave. Here's a Plunkett three. That one just a little bit long. And rebounded weak side by Asbury. They quickly move it up the floor to Johnson. She'll stop from 12 and airball it. Plunkett tracks it, tiptoes the baseline, and she will step out of bounds by just the smallest amount of her tippy toes. Everyone that is healthy is checked in tonight for TU. Kiara Nieto will come in for Taylor. They'll put the shot clock to 21. Quick pass. Johnson, little flip, no good. Tapped away, and she almost got it. Nieto fights her for it, and will dish it off to the sprinting Sydney Huffman. High right side, far sideline, Deckard. 2:01 to go before halftime. Taylor up 53-22. Deckard from the parking lot. That one long, tapped around down low, and rebounded by Lopez, and they get Taylor on a reach-in. Abby Books is looking for a travel on Sarah Dennison. And Abby's called for the foul, her first, second one against Taylor. Taylor went on a 25-0 run to go from up 8. It's up by 33. They lead 53-22 right now with 1:50 to go in the first half. Right elbow Rose, guarded by Nieto. Rose holds it over her head, throws to Dennison, who almost wasn't looking for it. Heaving a shot, Johnson, and she'll hit that one as Taylor gave her space. First made three for Kelsey Johnson tonight. All 5 of her points have come here in the second quarter. And a quick 5-0 burst here for Asbury draws them to within 53-25 with 90 seconds to go before halftime. Huffman attacks, nice little slick bounce pass, Nieto to Plunkett. Huffman at the top, driving. Here's Deckard, open three, off the long side of the rim. Nieto gets big, bouncing to the weak side is Books, and Abby Books puts it in. First bucket for Abby Books this season, and Taylor reestablishes a 30-point advantage, 55-25. Thinking about a three was Coons to the near sideline is King. She'll drive, poked away by Deckard, and they whistle Meredith for the reach-in, to the disapproval of the Taylor students that have packed the bleachers across from us. Third one against the Trojans, first one against Deckard. 61 seconds to go in the first half. And a fresh 30 to work with for the visiting Asbury Eagles. Coons will get it in baseline right. Looking for help to Dennison on the high right side, trying to take Abby Books off the bounce into Rose, storming through 2 players, throws it in. That's a charge against Ashley Rose, her third personal foul. Is that one drawn by Abby Books? So Rose will have to exit. Amy Conley will come in here for Asbury for the final 55 and 5/10 of a second. 30-point lead for Taylor at 55-25. They've led by as many as 33. 50 seconds to go before halftime. Plunkett left side high as Asbury goes to the 1-2-2 zone. Far sideline to Abby Brooks, slips out of her hands and dribbles it on the far sideline. That's the first turnover for Taylor in a long while, just their 6th of the opening half. Asbury with 14 turnovers here in our first almost 20 minutes. Johnson got to the top of the key, tried to spin down the left side of the lane. Right side high, attacking is Coons. And they'll call the foul on the floor either against Huffman or Plunkett. It'll be the freshman Plunkett, the guilty party. Her first and the 4th one against Taylor. And all 9 of Taylor's fouls evenly distributed amongst 9 different players. Shot clock resets. Johnson to the right block, up and over the taller Plunkett. No. Plunkett fighting for it. Johnson tapped it away, and Abby Brooks is there for the rebound. Shot clock turned off with 25 seconds left. Abby Brooks out for a jog. Her pass deflected and intercepted by the trailing Johnson, and now Asbury can hold for the final shot. They will not hold for it. Coons fires from 3 off the near side rim. Johnson rips it away from Huffman, then rips it away from Brooks. Teeing it up again is Coons. This one off target left. The long rebound out to the far sideline. Dennison saves it lazily, and it's intercepted by Nieto. With 4 to go in the half, here's Huffman with 3. Plunkett, or excuse me, make it Decker with 1. She's fouled on the take. They'll put a couple seconds back on the clock as Decker drove from the right side corner. Foul on Sarah King, her first.
Foul on number 11, Sarah King. That's her first personal foul. At the line for your Trojans, number 3, Meredith Decker.
Two shots for Meredith Deckard with 0.7 of a second put back on the clock. Taylor up by 30, 55-25. They've led by as many as 33 here in the second half thanks to a 25-0 explosion. First free throw for the college career for Deckard. Half win and rolls out. Meredith with 9 points here so far. James with 8. Bradbury with 13. Deckard makes the second one. 56-25, the Taylor lead, and that will be our lead as we go to the halftime break. Taylor outscores Asbury 31-9 in our second quarter. And they lead 56-25 here after one half of play. We're back with the BSN Sports Halftime Report after this here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Your heart? Well, your heart is everything to you and your body. And its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 6 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $100 all the way up to the athletic director level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics, like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to athletics.taylor.edu and search Trojan Club. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with 2 campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at taylorcampusstore.com.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 6 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $100, all the way up to the athletic director level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics, like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to athletics.taylor.edu and search Trojan Club. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Welcome back here inside Odell Arena. Rick Johnston with you. Big news coming out of halftime. The Trojans are 4 threes away from breaking their program mark for made three-point baskets that is set in last year's win over Goshen. They had 13 first-half threes. They were 12 of 18 to start from three-point distance. They finished the first half 13 of 30. So 4 threes away from breaking a program mark for made three-point baskets. And they are also 8 threes away from breaking the school record. The men's team hit 23-point baskets 2 years ago. Asbury will start with the ball. They go from right to left in gray. Starters back out there for both sides. Will set them on the fly. Here's Johnson off to Dennison. Drives and flips to King. Or make this Coons, excuse me. Here's King on the left side. Drives and double team. And then James will poke a ball in the air. First turnover of the second half. Asbury had 15 in the first. Left sideline, Abby Books. Here's Bradbury, 3. That one's short, but Aubrey Wright comes in and scoops the air ball. Outside to B. Books. Garrett swings it to James. A contested 3 in front of her own bench is off target, and Taylor goes 0 for to start. Here comes Asbury the other way. Galloping forward is Coons. He'll stop from the right elbow extended and hit it. Second field goal for Coons. She's got 4, and that's our first scoring of half number 2. And the Taylor lead down to 56-27. James, mid-post right to Bradbury. Driving in traffic, a little right-hand shot, just dances off the back of the rim. Aubrey Wright almost stole it from Rose, who gets the ball back and works it over to Dennison. Asbury shot 11 of 39 from the floor in the first half. Taylor was 16 of 39. Top of the key three is good, and Dennison hits it from straight on. Asbury was just 1 for 13 from three-point distance in that first half, and they just start to use a quick 5-0 run to start things here. Their trail 56-30. James wants a three from the right side, and that one's good. The 14th 3 made by the Trojans tonight, and that's Lauren James's third. James with 11, the third Trojan into double figures. A three-point miss from straight on, and there's Bradbury for the rebound. That's Kendall's 8th. Garrett running right up the middle of the floor. B. Books, left sideline, three on the way. No good, but she was fouled there by Bethany Coons. The third on Coons, and the first one against Asbury here in this third quarter. Taylor has made just 3 two-point shots tonight. They're 3 of 10 from inside the arc. First trip to the line for B. Books. And the first one, too strong off the back iron. Taylor 11 of 15 now from the free throw line. Becca would have been number 3 in the Crossroads League in free throw shooting percentage a year ago, but did not have enough attempts. Her twin sister Abby would have been tops in the league as Becca makes a second one, and Aubrey Wright would have been 6th in the league, but again, not enough attempts. Books with 15. Missed the first, made the second, makes the third. And Taylor leads 61-30. Special welcome to our friend out in Iowa, the Reverend Richard Moore. We wish that Reverend Moore was with us here tonight. Instead, watching from home in Iowa and traveling on the other end from Sarah Dennison. We hope we get to see the Reverend when springtime rolls around back in March, which would mean Taylor would make a return trip to the national tournament. Aubrey Wright, left side high, left-hand bounce. Top of the key to Garrett. She'll drive right into the lane, got to the league logo, outside to right. Up top to an open Kendall Bradbury, who makes the three and then got fouled on the landing back to the earth. 15 threes for the Trojans, one away from tying the program mark. A 64-30 Taylor lead after a quick 5-0 burst by Asbury. The Trojans have answered right back. Johnson drives, spins away from right. She is just absolutely eaten alive by Kendall Bradbury, who just ate that shot alive with both arms. Here comes the Trojans the other way. James drives through contact, trying to draw a foul, got the shot back to the near side, and B. Books, who fumbled with the recovery. Garrett to the far sideline, and James holding on her hips, skipping to the near side, and Aubrey Wright fakes a pass to right, mid-post right. Bradbury open all night is Lauren James, and she'll miss that one long, but it's hauled in by Becca Books. Quick pass from James to B. Books into the paint. Bradbury wants another three in front of her own bench. That one short off the near side rim, and it's hauled off the floor by Ashley Jones. King will bounce to Dennison near side, defended by Bradbury in the man-to-man. They reverse the ball to the far sideline. Thinking about a three was Johnson, defended by Wright. Goes right to the right block, then Wright pokes it right out of her hands. Now Taylor out and running, a one-hand bouncer all the way up to Lauren James, who lays it in with the right hand. Fancy little pass from Aubrey Wright after getting the steal, and then LJ did the rest with a right-handed finger roll. Just the 4th two-point basket by Taylor tonight, and James almost poked that one away. Outside to Coons, open three. Nope, long, and there's a B. Books rebound. A 36 Taylor lead, and then Garrett finds a wide open Kendall Bradbury, and that might be the easiest basket that the All-American makes all season. Kendall with 18 to lead everybody. Taylor up 68-30. Trying to wrap this one up. Not even halfway home here in the third quarter. A dribble pull-up right elbow is good. Right over the front of the rim by Bethany Coons. A nice shot from 13 in Gregg. She has 6 as Taylor quickly runs up the floor. To the corner, B. Books. She'll fire from 3. That one long. And a one-hand rebound is Sarah King's. King will bring it up the near sideline. James tracking her. They deflected the pass. No one there as Johnson easily lays it in uncontested from the right side of the rim. 7 for Kelsey Johnson. It's a 68-34 Taylor lead. Taylor outscored Asbury 31-9 in that second quarter. They've outscored them 12-9 here in quarter 3. James open 3, high right side, short off the near side rim, tapped around and hauled in by Ashley Rose of Asbury. Her pass was too high, intercepted by James. He'll swing it out. B. Books, she'll tee up a left wing 3. That one off the front rim, tapped into the air and swallowed up by Sarah King. 3-on-2 break, and then King will throw it right away to Aubrey Wright. There's Bradbury wide open on the other end. A baseball pass from Wright, and Bradbury will lay it in for 20 points. 7 third-quarter points for Kendall Bradbury. A substitution timeout for the Trojans, as Abby Books and Taylor will go with a hockey line change here, 5 on and 5 off. Garrett, Wright, LJ, Lauren James, B. Books, and Bradbury exit. Stratman, Nieto, Huffman, Deckard, and Abby Books in for the Trojans. So Kendall's night comes to a close. A rebound shy of a double-double. 20 points, 9 boards. The Trojans with 4 in double figures. And they made 15 threes tonight, 15 of 39. They lead 70-34. Hannaford's three, short near side, rebounded by Abby Books. And here comes Sydney Huffman, again playing for the first time in 11 months after tearing that ACL. The one in her right knee. She tore the one in her left knee back when she was at Franklin Central High School. Huffman, open Abby Books, high left side three on the way, and that one's short. There's Nieto, who skies for the rebound, another offensive board for the Trojans. Huffman fakes, she'll pull up from 18 feet, that one short off the front rim, but Nieto tracks another offensive rebound to the baseline left. She'll fire it out to Huffman, near side to Deckard, free throw line, Nieto in trouble, got it knocked away, got it off to Stratman on a bouncer. 20 to shoot, Taylor with plenty of time, Huffman skips to Books, Stratman bombs away from three, that one long off the right side rim. And then a foul by Abby Books on Sarah Wood as the two players went tumbling down. A. Books tried to take it away, and she took too much arm of Sarah Wood. Second one against Abby Books, first one against Taylor here in our third quarter. 4 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. Taylor up 70-34. A driving layup, dancing off the back of the rim by Asbury. Out to Nave Wynn. She misses it, tapped by Deckard, and they call her for an over the back. Second one on Meredith, second one against Taylor here in the third. Taylor's made 15 three-point tries tonight. They have outscored Asbury by themselves at the three-point arc, 45-34. Henneford drives, got into contact, threw up a prayer that danced off the rim and rebounded by Abby Books. That's Abby's fourth board. Here's Huffman up the left side of the floor, angling to the top. Stratman open right wing for a three. That one skipped in and off. Taylor, after knocking down 60% of their first 18 threes, going 12 of 18, they have gone ice cold here in recent moments. 3:30 to go in the third. Wynn bouncing up top to Hereford. That's Nave Wynn bouncing it around. Coons just inside the arc, top of the key, swish. 6 third quarter points for Coons. That leads the way in the quarter for Asbury. And it's a 70-36 Taylor lead here in the third with 3:10 to go in our third frame. Right corner Stratman as Taylor attacks the basket to our right. Huffman back to Deckard, open for a three. That one off the back of the rim as well. Nieto racing to try to get the rebound far side. It's snatched away by Coons of Asbury. Near side to King. Deckard trapping her in the near side corner. Taylor in the man-to-man defense. They wear white. Asbury wears gray. High middle screen got Coons free. She pulls up just outside the free throw line and missed it. But Taylor going for the trail block and Abby Books, and she is not happy with that call. Third on Abby, third one against Taylor in the quarter. Books trying to get the trail block and got the forearm of Bethany Coons. First trip to the line for Coons tonight. She's 4 of 8 shooting from the floor, and she makes the first free throw here. And the second one good as well. 8 points in the quarter for Coons. She has 9 overall. Actually, give her 10, I apologize. Don't want to shortchange her. Sarah King comes out. Lataya Wynn comes in to replace her. Taylor going from left to right in white. A sophomore, 3 juniors, and a freshman. Here's one of those juniors, Abby Books. Her three-point try is long. She gets her own rebound. Pressure comes from behind, and Nave Wynn deflects that one out of bounds. Abby now 0 for 3 from three-point range. And Sarah Dennison comes in for Asbury, replacing Bethany Coons, who is their leading scorer with 10 points. The Trojans with 4 in double figures. Right side circle, Nieto. The smaller Wynn guards her. She'll bounce it to Huffman and then set a right side screen. Huffman accelerates, hands off on a flip to Books. Open, Deckard left side high. Three is perfect. Fourth three for Meredith Deckard, and that ties the program record for threes with 16 made in this contest. 73-38, the Taylor lead. Open three, Dennison skips in and off, rebounded by Meredith Deckard. Double team by the Wynn sister. She'll give it off to Huffman, who dribbles up the middle of the floor. She'll find the trailing Deckard to the far sideline, and Abby Books. Left elbow, Nieto. She finds the cutting Books down low. She missed the shot, but was fouled. Second foul against Asbury here in this third quarter. And it is on whom? Number 10, Sarah Wood, her first.
Number 10, Sarah Wood. That's her first personal. Team 7. At the line for your Trojans, number 40, Abby Books.
Books to the line for two. First one, perfect. Ashley Rose back in for Asbury, playing with those three personals. She replaces Sarah Wood. Books had a lower body injury a couple weeks ago. Had a really good couple first weeks of practice before that injury slowed her down. She knocks down both here. She's got 4 points. And Taylor up 75-38 with 1:45 remaining in the third. And Dennison will be called for the shove off as she shoved Books with that left forearm. Third one on Dennison, third one against Asbury here in the third quarter. Stratman, Huffman, Abby Books, the three juniors on the floor for Taylor. Meredith Deckard, the freshman, and Kiara Nieto is the sophomore to make up the 5 for TU. Man-to-man defense for Asbury. Taylor going from left to right in white. Left side high, Abby Books. Pivoting on that left foot, up top to Huffman, fakes the three, kicks out to Deckard. Was open for a moment and passed up an open look from three. She won't pass this one up in front of her own bench. That's off target left and hauled in by the left hand of Ashley Rose. Up the floor comes Asbury. A bouncer to Hereford near side, who had a good first quarter, scoring all 6 of her points in that frame. Wins three off the glass hard. A rebound by Books, but they call Stratman for the foul down low on Ashley Rose. Second one on Stratman, fourth one against Taylor here in the third frame. This contest tonight, part of the 4-team classic, the 4-state classic, I should say. Taylor from Indiana, St. Francis of Illinois from, you guessed it, Illinois. Madonna, Taylor's opponent tomorrow from Michigan, and Asbury's out of Kentucky. Asbury gets number 9 USF tomorrow, and the Trojans, as we mentioned, get Madonna. Here's Hereford attacking again. She did that beautifully in the first quarter. She was 2 of 10 in the first half, 5 rebounds and those 6 points. Now she'll go to the line for 2 free throws here. Fouls on Taylor's Sydney Huffman, her second. 5th one against TU. And the first one from Hereford is good. 3 of 5 is Hereford from the line. That's her first point since the opening quarter. 75-39, the Taylor lead. Now 75-40. 56 seconds remaining in our third frame and a quick-moving third stanza. Deckard near sideline, right side high to Huffman. Left side high, this is A. Books. Skipping to Deckard. Holding over her head now off to Huffman. Asbury in a little 2-3 zone. Deckard a left-hand dribble to the near sideline and Huffman in front of her own bench. Floating it into Nieto and a good read on the weak side there by Dennison to intercept the high lob. Now Henneford double teamed by Books and Huffman. Her off-target pass knocked around. Dennison gets it. She's tied up on the floor. Now breaks it away, and then a jump ball is called. And it'll be Taylor's ball going the other way on the jump ball down below us.
Possession to the Trojans.
Asbury almost broke away from the Trojan pressure there for a moment, and Abby Books came down on top of the Asbury defender, was able to get the tie-up. Shot clock turned off with 25 seconds remaining in the third. Taylor up by 35, 75-40 here in the season opener. They've already tied the program record of threes. They've made 16 here in the game. They made 13 in the first half. Huffman holds with Latanya Wynn defending her. Wynn almost knocked it away. Huffman got it back, attacking with 8. She dribbled off the side of her leg with a left hand. Nave Wynn driving with 3. A floater from the top of the key. Airballed. She hits it on the end. Throws it up, and that one might have been partially blocked. Nave Wynn let it go just before the buzzer sounded. And we're through 3 here in the home opener, in the season opener for the Taylor women's basketball team. They lead 75-40 over Asbury after 3 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree. and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Taylor shooting 37% from the floor through 3 quarters. Asbury 30% even. But Taylor 16 of 46 from 3 for 35%. Asbury is just 2 of 19. Rebounding numbers even at 39 apiece. Turnovers 22 for Asbury, 9 for the Trojans. Latiah Wynn drives in, and Huffman got her on the arm trying to get the block. Sid didn't think she got her, but she did. Third one against Huffman and the first one against Taylor in our final quarter. Huffman out there with Madison Fisher, Meredith Deckard, Mariah Plunkett, and Kayla Kirtley. All 5 players, ironically enough, that we talked about as Latiah Wynn misses the first free throw. These are all the 5 new players that we kind of grouped together. Huffman obviously played on the team last year, but only played in those 6 games before tearing her ACL. Kirtley, Plunkett, and Deckard is second free throw missed by Wynn, rebounded by Taylor. The three freshmen, Kirtley, Deckard, and Plunkett. Fisher, the transfer from Benedictine University. She's a sophomore. Here's Plunkett, left side wing, 3 on the way. That one too strong off the back rim. And it's rebounded weak side by Dennison. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Nave Wynn, left side. That one long. And she's rebounded by Latiah Wynn. Left-hand dribble is Dennison, scooping, knocked out of her hands by the long Madison Fisher. Right side circle, Latiah Wynn steps in a long 2, off target left, and Meredith Deckard hauls that in with a right hand. 1 minute into quarter number 4, Taylor up 75-40, the 19th ranked team in the country. Huffman slows it down. Right side high Deckard, free throw line was Kirtley, and she'll give it to the corner in Fisher. Taylor working it around the arc, Huffman at the top, right side to Deckard. Into the corner to Fisher, faking a 3 and driving left hand. Out to Deckard for a 3. Got it. Fifth 3 from Meredith Deckard, and there's a new program record for the Trojans. 17 made threes here tonight, breaking their 16 made last year against Goshen. Latiah Wynn drives in, left-hand floater. Too strong. Weak side rebound is Plunkett's. 90 seconds in, they'll still fire up the floor to her classmate Deckard for a right-hand layup. Deckard with 18 in her first college game, not bad. And Taylor up 80-40. They've doubled up Asbury. Less than 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. Mid-range jumper, left wing Rose short. Only one there is Sydney Huffman for TU. Bounce pass from Plunkett. Huffman wants a second 3. That one skips halfway in and out. Tapped around, Plunkett gets it, trying to fight it away from Hunniford. And the jump ball will keep it here with Taylor.
Possession stays with Taylor. And for the Eagles, number 3,
Kelsey Johnson, one of their starters, back in. Nave and Latiah Wynn exit. Ashley Rose out as well. Sarah King back in for Asbury. And there's one more. Bethany Coons. Right wing 3, Huffman. Nope. Rebound down low. Kirtley putback is good for 2 for her first collegiate field goal. 82-40, the Taylor lead. Just over 2 minutes in to quarter 4. Quick pass down low. Dennison's right-hand shot put too strong. Rebounded down low by Johnson of Asbury. King measuring, left hand to the cutting Dennison on the baseline. Out to the right wing for an open three-point try, which is short. And rebounded by Huffman. That was Coons who missed it short. Up the floor to Plunkett. Gathers it in. Right-hand shot blocked from behind by Autumn Hereford. Decker will get it in baseline right. Tipped on its way, but Plunkett's still able to gather it in. Fisher, left side high between the circles now to Huffman. Back to Plunkett. She'll catch and shoot a three, and that one's short, and it goes up off the basket support. So all 5 new players on for Taylor. They're going to play this entire fourth quarter together until Lacey Garrett comes in to check in here. Almost on cue. Kling spins. Hereford to the right side high and Kuhn. She'll fake a long 2 drive. Shot might have been blocked by Kirtley. Deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Asbury. Garrett comes in to replace Sydney Huffman. First game for Huffman in 11 months after tearing that ACL, as we mentioned in practice. She was really starting to turn the corner and really solidifying herself into the rotation before that injury happened. Fisher goes for the steal. Johnson got it in for Asbury, trying to turn the corner on Kirtley, and she'll throw it in off the back of the rim and draw a foul on Kayla Kirtley, and has an opportunity to complete the and one. Second against Taylor in the quarter. The second one against Kayla. Johnson now with 7. And trying to make it 8. Too strong and rebounded by Plunkett for Taylor. Plunkett. Ball knocked away, throws it right across the timeline to Garrett. Skipping to the corner and Fisher, telegraphed and tipped by Dennison, but Taylor able to get it back in, and then it's almost turned over again, and Johnson fumbles it out of bounds. 6:51 remaining here in quarter number 4. Taylor up 82-42. They trailed 2-0, 4-3. The game was tied at 6, and they trailed 8-7, and that was the last time Taylor trailed. Plunkett, high right side, right-hand bounce pass to Kirtley, mid-post right up top to Garrett. She'll swing into the corner to Meredith Deckard for a 3. That's long, but Kirtley's there for the rebound. Back out to Deckard, far sideline. She'll pass up the 3, and Taylor will slowly work it around the arc with Garrett. Flip to Plunkett, in the corner to Fisher, a little shoulder shake and drive. Plunkett, they spin it around, far sideline to Deckard. As we approach 6 minutes remaining in quarter 4. Floating to the corner, Fisher, a catch and shoot 3 off the top of the glass. Fought for on the parquet floor. Dennison gets it, and here comes Asbury the other way, going from right to left in gray. 3-on-3 break. King trying to get away from Fisher, spins into traffic, and Garrett got her on the reach-in, I think. It is on Lacey Garrett, her first, and the third one against Taylor here in quarter 4. 2 free throws upcoming for whom? Sarah King. Her first trip to the line tonight. Asbury, 6 of 11 from the stripe tonight. And the first one good from King.
And for your Trojans, number 10, Lauren James.
Lauren James back in for the Trojans, replacing the freshman Deckard. And the second one, good as well. 82-44 the Taylor lead with 6:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. Kirtley, right side circle to Garrett. To the left side of the floor, into the corner they go to Fisher. Skipping it all the way to the right side of the floor is James. Free throw line to Kirtley. Pivoting out of trouble and dishing off to Garrett. High right side, James, a rip and trying to get to the baseline right. Cut off defensively, nicely done by Coons. Plunkett, catch and shoot 3. That one an air ball. James and Fisher fighting for it, but they won't get to it before it bounces out of bounds. So Taylor up 82-44. The starters have not played since early on in the third quarter. James and Garrett back out there to start, actually. Hunniford goes in, right-hand flip, gets the roll. Nice move by Autumn Hereford, excuse me. She's got 10, second Asbury player in double figures. James will give it off to Fisher, back to James, right block. Kirtley goes up, and she's fouled. And Hereford reached in, and she gets called for her third personal.
That's her third personal.
And here's Kirtley to the line for 2. Kayla, the 6-foot freshman from Noblesville, Indiana, at Hamilton Heights High School. And she calmly makes the first one. And there's Kayla's first collegiate point. Makes it 83-46. And Kirtley gets the roll on the second one. Hit the front rim, danced around, and rolled in. 84-46, the Taylor lead. And Fisher will steal it after a misplay by Johnson. Taylor with a 5-on-4. Garrett slips it into the right block, and Kirtley trying to pivot. Kicks it out to James, but Kayla traveled with it before she dished it off to 10 and White. 5 minutes and change remaining here in the fourth quarter as Asbury goes from right to left. Hereford drives around Plunkett, pass into traffic, easily intercepted by Kirtley. Turnover number 23 for Asbury tonight. James almost traveled with it from the left side, finds the trailing Plunkett. She'll step into a three and finally gets one to go down. First career field goal for Mariah Plunkett. And Taylor up 87-46. Taylor now with 18 made threes. Again, trying to add to that program record. A three from King, in and out. Nope. Johnson down low, fouled on the putback by Lacey Garrett, right on the arm.
Georgia foul number 22, Lacey Garrett. That's her second personal. Team score.
Fourth one against Taylor here in the fourth quarter. And a hockey line change up coming here for Asbury after the first free throw from Kelsey Johnson. First of two. And she makes the first.
At the line, number 3, Kelsey Johnson.
8 for Johnson. Everybody except Johnson will exit. She will come out after the second free throw. Lee Hagan comes in along with Amy Conley, Lataya Wynn, and Abigail Jeffrey, I believe, is the other one. I can only see the 4 on the side of that uniform. Then there's the 2, so it is Jeffrey. Second free throw missed by Johnson, rebounded by Taylor's Kayla Kirtley. Garrett, far sideline to Fisher. And now Garrett will run the half-court set. Near sideline, Plunkett. Taylor up 87-47. Kirtley goes in, trying to finish through contact and missed it off the near side rim. Rebounded by the newcomer Conley, up to win. Near sideline, defended by Garrett. 4:12 to go in the fourth. Taylor up by 40. And a substitution timeout coming here for Asbury, as Rachel Lopez will come in to replace Kelsey Johnson.
In for Asbury, number 21, Rachel Lopez.
So Lopez comes in for Asbury, replacing Kelsey Johnson. And she'll get it in from the near sideline. Asbury will play St. Francis tomorrow at 4:30. Taylor gets Madonna tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. right here on the parquet floor inside Odell Arena. Lopez near sideline, 4:04 to go in the fourth. Off a screen, high post to Conley, trying to pivot to go up and under Kirtley, and she rainbows that one in for 2. First field goal for Conley makes it 87-49 TU. Garrett to the near side arc, and James all the way to the corner. Fisher for 3. Nope, back rim too strong. James rises, gets the rebound, down low to Kirtley, shot blocked. But a foul down low, and Kirtley will go to the line twice. Conley got the block clean, but might have gotten her off arm on Kirtley. And Kayla to the line for 2 more free throws, where she's 2 of 2 tonight. First one perfect. Nieto and Stratman come in for Taylor. Stratman comes in to replace James. Nieto will come in to replace Kirtley if she can make this second free throw. Kayla 3 for 3 tonight. And she'll be 3 of 4. That one long off the back iron. Kirtley chasing to the corner, trying to save it back in. And it'll be intercepted by Asbury. Lataya Wynn accelerating away from Plunkett. Will give off to the right wing, and Hagan finds the trailer, and Lopez a 3, too strong. Tapped by Plunkett. Garrett gets it off the floor, dribbles from the floor, then gets back to her feet and keeps that dribble alive. Up the far sideline to Fisher, down to the cutting. Kirtley sets those feet and puts it in with her back to the basket. Kirtley with 5. Taylor hits the 90-point plateau. They're up 90-49 with 3:07 to go here in quarter 4. Lopez in, up and under move, blocked from behind by Fisher, tapped out of bounds by Taylor. And then we'll stay here with Asbury. Kirtley out, Kiara Nieto comes in for TU. Hagan gets it in, and Conley's able to steal away from Nieto with 3 to go here in the fourth. 3 from the right side circle, long, rebounded by 3 Trojans. Nieto comes in and knocks Garrett down to the floor. Garrett gets back up with a smile from ear to ear. 3 missed by Abigail Jeffrey. She'll swing it over all the way to the corner to Fisher, back to Plunkett, high left side. Right side circle, this is Garrett. 1 bounce to the left hand. Plunkett fakes a 3, and they'll reverse it to the near sideline and Stratman. Little zone defense, a 2-3 from Asbury. Garrett down the right side of the lane, stops. Here's Plunkett, open for a 3. Nope, long. And rebounded by Asbury. Mariah with one of the 18 threes tonight. The Trojans have tried 57 on the evening. And a three missed off the front rim on the floor. Diving for it is everybody. And a jump ball is called. It'll stay here with Asbury as Plunkett had it for a moment. And then Lopez pried it away. Kayla Kirtley back in. She replaces Lacey Garrett. So the Trojans have Stratman, Plunkett, Fisher, Nieto, and Kayla Kirtley. A long lineup out there with Fisher at 5'11", Kirtley at 6 feet, Nieto at 5'10", Stratman at 5'11". And Plunkett, the shortest one of the bunch, at 5'8". So 3 5'11" ladies, Stratman, Nieto, and Fisher, the 6-footer Kirtley, and the 5'8" wing player in Plunkett. Asbury skips it to the near side. Near sideline is Lopez. Off to Wynn. Lataya Wynn up top. Thinking about it through his Hagan. She'll drive, and it's stolen away by the helping out Kayla Kirtley. She flipped it to Fisher, who was not looking for the ball, and that one sails into the third row. Allison Voiles comes in for Asbury. With 1:59 remaining in regulation, Taylor up 90 to 49, with Lataya Wynn exiting for the Eagles. Hagan will deal it in, far sideline, tapped out of bounds. It stays here with the Eagles. Hagan will get it in, again far sideline, and does so to Lopez with Fisher defending her. Lopez dribbling. Out to Hagan on the right side of the floor. Between the circles, a three-point try on from Conley, and she hits it. Conley comes in. She has 5 points in this fourth quarter since coming off the bench a few moments ago. And it's 90 to 52 Taylor with 1:40 to go in the fourth quarter. To Kirtley, long two from the wing, near side, nope. Off target. Stratman was on the floor. Fighting for it was Abigail Jeffrey, and they'll get Stratman for the foul. That's Haley's third and the fifth one against Taylor here in the fourth quarter. We'll go to the other end for free throws with 90 seconds remaining in our fourth quarter. So Taylor uses, we're up 25. They were up 25-16 after the first. They blitz Asbury 31-9 in that fourth quarter. And they'll win going away tonight up 90 to 52 now with two free throws upcoming here from Abigail Jeffrey. That one long off the back rim. She'll have one more coming. Second one, good off the back iron. Her first points, and it's 90 to 53 TU. Near sideline, Kirtley. High right side to Stratman as Taylor works it around the arc. Kirtley moving to her left. Left side circle Fisher, denied a three by Lopez. To the far sideline and Plunkett with 1:12 to go in the fourth, 11 to shoot. Fisher fakes a three, got to the right elbow, tough pass in traffic. Stratman or Nieto got it. Plunkett, a contested three from the wing is good for Mariah Plunkett. Second triple for Plunkett. Taylor with 19 threes tonight. One off of the school record set by the men's team 2 years ago. Shot missed on the other end. Kirtley has it. She's swinging those elbows. And they'll call the defensive foul against Lee Hagan for closing out on that cylinder that each player gets when they pick up the ball. First on Hagan. And Taylor up 93 to 53. They will have to take one more shot as Fisher runs the point. Plunkett, top of the key to Fisher. Back to Plunkett. Far sideline to Stratman. With 38 seconds left to go, about 20 seconds between game and shot clock. Kirtley's bouncer tipped, and Fisher gets it back to Kirtley on the right wing. She attacks, bouncing on the baseline to nobody, and that one goes out of bounds. Kayla trying to get the ball to the far corner, and Haley Stratman, it was just a little bit in front of her, and bounces out of play. 29 4/10 of a second remaining in regulation. Asbury can hold for the final shot if they so desire, down by 40. So Taylor will hit 19 threes tonight, a program record, one off with a school record set by the men's team a year ago, no matter the gender. Jeffrey, left side high to Conley on the circle. Into the paint, dribbling. Fisher got her hand in there, out to Lopez with 9, with 8. Catches 2-3. Conley, nope, in and out. Rebounded by Kirtley. Might have gotten hit on the nose, up the floor near side. Conley gets it. She steps out of bounds on the near sideline, and Taylor will inbound it with a second and 3/10 remaining. And the Trojans will start the 2018-19 campaign with a victory in the home opener tonight. They get it into Fisher. Triple zeros on the clock, and Taylor will win tonight in their season opener and their home opener, defeating Asbury tonight by a final of 93-53. We'll come back with the Ivanhoe's postgame show. After this, we'll have an interview with head coach Jody Martinez. You'll want to stay and listen to that. This is Taylor Women's Basketball here on the Trojan Sports Network. We're back with the Ivanhoe's postgame show after this.
The decision you're making is about so much more than where you'll spend the next 4 years. It's about how you'll live the next 40. So let me break down the Taylor University experience. We integrate faith and learning to become well-rounded, lifelong learners, while delivering a deeper knowledge of our specific areas of study. Whether you're producing award-winning films, building satellites for NASA, or preparing for a national ethics debate, Taylor will push you to excel in your field. But excellence isn't always about having the right answers. Sometimes it's about asking the right questions. Taylor is interdenominational. That means we can't always fall back on specific church doctrine to settle issues. We rely on scripture and the dynamic nature of iron sharpening iron to better know the God who's not afraid of our question. Much of this happens in the small town of Upland, Indiana, the place where Taylor does life together. But don't let this small town fool you. The schedule is packed with things to do, and through these activities, faculty, staff, and students become more than individuals occupying the same address. They become a community. But this community isn't limited to the campus. We travel. Boy, do we travel. We are ranked as one of the top 10 schools in the country for overseas experiences. But it isn't just about the going. It's about the sharing of those experiences and being challenged by those who come to Upland as their international experience. Taylor is one of a few Christian colleges that expects all students to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, this doesn't mean Taylor is a Christian Disneyland, full of cardboard cutout perfection. Taylor is full of real people with real problems, and living together can get kind of messy. But in that mess, we take Jesus' call from John 13 seriously. We practice picking up our towel and dealing with the mess in each other's lives. We're not here just to follow the rules for 4 years. Instead, we hope to learn to live authentic lives, calling each other to lives of meaning. Every day, our focus remains on the 40, not just the 4. We'd love to show you more about Taylor. Come visit, sit in on a class, go to chapel, spend a night in a residence hall. Experience the difference for yourself.
Welcome back here to the Ivanhoe's post-game show. Rick Johnston with you. Taylor wins tonight by a final of 93-53. They hit a program record 19 threes. They hit 13 in the first half. They also went 12 of 18 on their first 18 three-point tries here this evening. the Trojans when going away tonight. They finished the night shooting 36% from the floor, 33% from three, and 78% from the line. Taylor blew this game open, outscoring Asbury 31-9 in that second quarter, including at one point a 25-0 onslaught to put this one out of hand. The Trojans led. They led at halftime by a total of, got too many papers up here, 56-25. Asbury tonight, they struggled to shoot the ball well. They shot 27% from the floor, just 11% from three-point distance, going 3 of 28. And they were 59%, from the free throw line. Rebounding numbers in favor of Taylor. There were a combined 107 rebounds tonight, with Taylor pulling down 56 of them, including 20 offensive rebounds. Asbury, on the other hand, rebounded, had 18 offensive caroms. They had 51 in total. The Trojans moved the ball beautifully tonight. They had 25 assists on 28 of their made field goal baskets tonight. Asbury, on the other hand, had just 6 assists on their 20 made field goals. 24 turnovers for Asbury tonight, just 11 for TU. And Taylor had just 7 turnovers at halftime. 6 blocks for the Trojans. Kendall Bradbury with 4. That should be a new career high. And it is doubling her old total of 2. We'll get into the individual stats here in a moment. 14 steals for the Trojans to 7 for Asbury. And again, the 19 threes made by the Trojans tonight, 13 in the first half, 6 in the second for a new program record. Breaking the mark they set last year by hitting 16 in their win over Goshen. We'll take a pause momentarily. We'll come back and we will hear from the head coach of the Trojans, Jody Martinez, here on the Ivanhoe's Postgame Show when we come back here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments, in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Hi, welcome back here to the Trojan Sports Network. Rick Johnston, Jody Martinez. Before we get going, we have to say hi to somebody, right? The Reverend Richard Moore in Iowa. Hey, Rev. Wished you were here, buddy.
I'm sure he watched online.
Oh, he did? He watched both games tonight. He's that big of a fan.
Yes, he probably enjoyed those threes going up today.
He did. He said, what a win. That was a text I got. Let's talk about that. 19 threes, a new program record. 3 more than your team hit last year against Goshen when he hit 16.
Sure.
You guys outscore them 31-9 in the second quarter. What was a lot? You took a lot and missed a lot of threes, but what was it like to see all those threes go in?
Well, I mean, the strategy is, you're going to take what they give you, and we knew that they probably would pack the paint on Kendall. And that's why we ran the first play for an isolation to see how the defensive schemes was going to be. And sure enough, that's what they did. And And then when they went to 2-3 or the 1-1-3 matchup zone, and once again, they were just covering the paint. And so it was a matter of just making the ball movement, getting the feet set, and just, once you hit a couple, the confidence just is contagious, and that's what you saw tonight.
You had 4 players hit at least 3. You had 5 hit at least 2, led by Meredith Deckard, who you recruited to shoot, and shoot she did. She had 18 points, 2 off of the game high, which Kendall Bradbury set. I know you had a couple at a one-on-one meeting with all the players, but I know you talked with Meredith about shooting some more. What was it like? And I know she was a little nervous, obviously, before your first college game, and the first one she takes goes in, and then, her light, I don't think, could have been any greener the rest of the way.
Right, and Meredith coming in as a freshman, she just felt like she was being selfish. And I said, how can you be selfish when you're not even shooting in practice? I mean, she's kind of countered her statement. I said, hey, did I recruit you to be a post player? No. Did I recruit you to be a point guard? No. What did I recruit you to do? Shoot, then you better shoot. If you want to play for me and you're open, you got to shoot. I don't care if you miss. So she's got that done in the last couple practices, and it carried over to tonight. And, it's just some other things we got to work with on the whole team. But overall, pleased that everyone got in. Everyone got in double digits minutes. And I told the girls in the locker room, that's the toughest challenge as a coach when you have games like this. You're trying to give people opportunity to play equally, and I did the best I could.
Sydney Huffman had not played in 11 months. You guys obviously had the bike down there to help keep her knee loose, and at times she was attacking things with reckless abandon. How do you think she did in her first game in almost a year?
Yeah, I think she did great. I thought she did great last Saturday as well. And, we got that bike out there for her and Abby and a couple other players that get stiff, and I thought Sid did a good job floor general. There's a couple times she put her head down on the drives and lost the ball handle. With a tip and stuff like that. But, like you said, almost a year. And she looked to shoot, too, which was exciting. So I thought Lacey did a great job setting the tone. That first half, she had like 5 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers or something crazy. And I'm just real pleased with her effort tonight, too.
And then, Kendall Bradbury just rolls out of bed and gets 20 points because that's what she does. I know you're not a shot blocking team, but she had 4 tonight.
Ridiculous.
You guys had 6. That might be close to what you guys had in the entire season.
That's what Nally said on the bench. And everyone's cracking jokes at me. My newcomers they think I'm a liar now because I say, hey, we don't block shots on this team. We got 6 today. Kendall's left her feet twice and pounded like a volleyball like her sisters playing college. But like I said, it's a good first game. Last year we were on the road and new coach, new system, and all that. And it's a good start.
Now you're an old hack. You've been around the block a time or two.
I've always been an old hack, It was good to see Steve Brooks come here with this team, and he graduated from here, and we're good friends, and he got to go against one of his former players today. So it was a great day.
And we'll all get to come back here tomorrow and do it again.
Do it again, but we got to wait till that football game and get cheer on Taylor's football and get that first victory at home. And they've had a rough schedule here, and great crowd tonight. It was one of the biggest ones we've had. So
they were lively too. I mean, they were unhappy with every foul call against your girls from the whistle blowing.
Right. So that's awesome. But no, good night here.
Well, Jody, congrats. Let's do it all again tomorrow, huh?
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, that's Jody Martinez joining us here on the Ivanhoe's Postgame Show. We'll wrap things up when we come back right after this. The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with 2 campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at TaylorCampusStore.com. Back here inside Odell Arena for the final time tonight. Great way for the Taylor women's basketball team, the 19th ranked team in the country, to tip off the 2018-19 season as they try to get back to the national tournament for the second time in as many years with a convincing 93-53 win tonight as they hit a program record 19 threes tonight, as we mentioned with the head coach Jody Martinez. They had 5 players hit at least 2. They had 4 players hit at least 3. And Meredith Deckard, the freshman from Martinsville, led the way with 5. Lauren James had 3, Kendall Bradbury had 3, Becca Books had 3, and Mariah Plunkett had 2. Aubrey Wright had 1, Madison Fisher had 1, and Sydney Huffman had 1 as well. So Taylor gets the win in their season and home opener tonight. They're back at it tomorrow at 6:30 against Madonna to wrap up the 4-state classic tonight and tomorrow. We will have coverage of that St. Francis of Illinois and Asbury game tomorrow at 4:30 here on the Trojan Sports Network on YouTube, and of course we'll have all the coverage here of the Taylor women's basketball game coming up at 6:30. We also will have football coverage tomorrow at 1. So a full day of sports here on the Trojan Sports Network. Thanks to Liam and Jason. Jason, how long have we worked together? Many years? 2.5? I know who Jason is, trust me. Thanks to Jason, who was on the computer today, Liam, who was on the camera. I got to remember tomorrow because we're all working football tomorrow. I better write this on my hand, boys. So let's all do it again tomorrow, huh? Be a good one. So Taylor wins tonight by a final of 93-53, and they start the season off 1-0. This has been a presentation of Taylor women's basketball here on the Trojan Sports Network. For now, good night from Upland, Indiana.